the Sage and you want to be able to bring the frenzies, you got to get up in their faces. And speaking of, that'll be a deletion of multiple of the KRU players as the frenzy will pop and the Sheriff will not.
What a positioning from xand. And look at him, he's not going to stop. He's going for more. He's going to flank through the back, up into the tower, through the glass.
I kind of want to fight long range and where your utility isn't going to harass me. Now, KRU on this defense are super passive. They're playing back on A and B side. They're playing inside of Garden. It's kind of forced out. Oh my God, xand's already on them. This guy, his pace in the round is unbelievable. And Mazin will even take down Delzik. Res available, rifles upgraded. This is looking like a, oh my God, they can't even deny the res.
Oh, it's gone beautifully, hasn't it? Almost as expected, you could say. Now it's down to Klaus and keznit to try and bring this one back. Klaus is going to find one, dismiss, get back out of the corner, and bring this one back into contention. It's still a pretty awkward fight to take. The fact is, if there's no peek coming out from the remaining players, there's absolutely no hope. And xand
first put down, but in comes xand. Not going to check the corner. They don't believe he's still there. Blindly firing away in the corner. NagZ's taken down eventually. Just too much utility coming his way. But the fact that Mazino falls as well, that's a disaster. Have they spotted keznit in the corner? It doesn't matter either way. The smokes come up. The execute's not going to happen. But in a 5v3, FURIA aren't going to be too upset about their pace being interrupted.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because considering this has been almost an A push every single round, KRU gamble that they're going to push into B and they still lose all of the fights. So
true.
It's
true.
a good read from KRU. It's just the, well, I guess the execution of it that doesn't actually work out. Now, they have managed to find one back, bringing things at least into a workable position. They've got a couple of ultimates online. Cosmic Divide for a retake, and as you can see, keznit's already given up the site. This is almost the plan at this point.
Yeah, you're going to just try to pick off one or two as they come out, at least grab the information. And yeah, with the smoke up, I mean, I guess he was just...
What? Did he use where they shot the Lear from to kill someone back? If he did, he is a genius. Like an actual genius. Or he's just incredibly lucky. Either way, we end up in a 3v3, and I don't think they care which one it is.
Oh my God, that was actually insane. Now Delzic's able to pick up xand. Coming around the corner, he'll get another! And it's all on to QCK. A 1v3. Oh, what?
Oh. If he'd got two, I think I would have just left.
That was strange. Obviously, there was a Cosmic Divide behind him if someone didn't notice.
It wasn't as silly as it
ran around. But from
here than what we see on the other side with the just extra pieces of utility. A lot of the mains vulnerable, but the vulnerability doesn't really do too much. We will see just trades back and forth. NagZ, keznit coming up big. And now just one man standing.
Oh, okay. Not a bad shot on a Mazino, but that's where it will finish. 4-2. The xand that's going to come in quite quickly. Look who's tucked in the left corner, though. Completely unexpected. Great Hunter's Fury to find the first Delzik being returned on. He's dancing around and trying desperately to survive as FURIA fight for the site. Only the one kill to come their way. A res will be deployed.
They've got to break their own wall.
They've got to rush in.
I almost wonder if they just saved now.
There's a short play. No, they're not saving at all. The short players are rushing it. Only going to find the one here. Mazino well able to hold on to that control. A 4K out of the Sova. Yeah. For FURIA with 50 seconds going back in, obviously a big problem is going to be that door for xand, breaking it open, getting in to help out his teammates. They're going to smoke it off, even though they have control. That's a big fake. At this point, you're not expecting xand to be around mid, because why would you? They've smoked it off. But NagZ's still going to hold it. Patiently waiting. Maybe that info wasn't conveyed over or even spotted by that defensive side, so ultimately it comes to nothing. They're going to have to break this door open and push in with 25 seconds left.
Yeah, we've also seen the Cosmic Divide. They're going to have to try and run through it. keznit popping the Empress, giving him a chance to just frag out. Now they are actually going to use it to try and get the plant down themselves, and NCR has managed to push through. The problem, however, is they are somewhat surrounded. xand gets one before he dies, but the plant still hasn't gone down. They have to do it here and now, and even just the time delay has worked out for the side of KRU. You can understand the attempt for FURIA, but it really hasn't worked out.
No, it hasn't. I think that just waiting for that to come through at any moment, and it's never really pleasant.
Fallback from the attackers. They really don't have any ground at this point. They've almost just been cornered into the backside of mid. Like, this is a horrible position to be in because so much control has just been taken. They've heard multiple op shots fired. Like, I think keznit even tried to bait that the operator is now in middle just by shooting a shot through the smoke and then running away with his rifle.
30 seconds left.
There is very little to none information currently there, and xand, that timing was spot on. He's going to find, okay, that wasn't, but I guess at this point it really doesn't matter. The 4 versus 2, he has the spike, he's going to run into that operator. Round's already over. It's just how much, well, I guess stat padding it.
Looked in control. That is just a fact, and
oh, it's the
that's not great.
instant trade. Not even the, like, there was a set, we haven't ever, never mind.
Never mind, it's even. Still, for FURIA, this pistol would be invaluable. A questionable half lies ahead of them. Obviously, now KRU being on the attack, it completely resets what we've been talking about. But just with the form and the control that they've had over this map, it's hard to imagine that things are going to spiral out of control so drastically. This defensive side of FURIA, they really want to walk away with this one. And you can see that in the fact that they get aggressive on mid, but they don't want to full commit to it. Instead, they're going to fall back, play 2-2, and leave mid open. That was the door closing, I think I just heard.
Yeah, I think that's on the A side, right? Did they close that as a retake? It looked like it, but I saw either that or it was just pinged on the map and we heard the other one. Because I think somebody just pinged it maybe as a warning sign. Now, 4 players currently gathering up. This A site was definitely the point of contention in a lot of the early rounds, and already we're seeing the isolation of some of those players. Just looking to come through and to get that door closed. But they're going to have to watch it.
Yeah, with that smoke down, obviously these players can just come barreling on through.
I think they broke the door. I think yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They broke the door after closing it. And so then that's why they're having to actually keep close on this position, because they can't actually close it. It may not actually matter. It may ending up helping xand to find kills. Who said the right click of the classic is dead? That man's finding headshots left and right, and a flawless close to this round. Could have been a very rough game. And it should have probably been, but it kind of hasn't, because FURIA haven't done enough to actually punish these aggressive faces they've had. Now, the time, Mitch, is ticking all the way down. They're looking to try and execute through mid and move in towards this B site, but already they have lost that opening duel. Still, though, with only 2 players to defend it and the others very far away, they need to have a solid hold. And you know what? It is damn solid. Only 1 player being dropped is xand, and, well, NagZ, he'd have to have the best late round of anyone ever, and probably be cheating to kill some people through some walls.
Defaulting for KRU here is something I kind of want to see. I think they're going super aggressive on a lot.
Switch and switch. There are 3 players currently around this position. I don't think there's going to be any way they're expecting this sort of angle. And look, there is no way that they expect NZR still to be here. They're actually still holding the angle, but then the peek comes through into mid. What it cost, even though the setup looked almost flawless, they've now taken down 3 players.
This is ridiculous. You're left into an even 2-on-2. 100's Fury to play with. Post-plant spike still needs to be retrieved, but it should be.
I have the spike.
I'm not sure if xand's going to be able to get a weapon with the door closed now. I think that's going to be off limits. But even still, this is a very, very strong place to play from for KRU, considering they came into the round and should have lost. You know, they should have walked out with 2 kills, maybe 3. And instead, they now have a real chance to win this one out. In fact, that turret's not going to spot the player up close. Mazino not able to get it done, and Khalil clutches it out. A very close round indeed for KRU, and they can be damn proud of what they've done with mostly pistols.
Yeah, it really is one of those spots as well where I feel like FURIA had deep and exit and just using a Blade Storm instead, so I guess that's why.
That's NagZ, Blade Storm dashing, and again, this guy is so aggressive on the jet in the early round, and it's finding dividends almost every single time. It's seriously impressive the amount that NagZ is able to do. As they now cross over towards the site, they're being spammed at by that operator, but it will find nothing. FURIA again face a difficult retake.
Yeah, they do, however, have a lockdown. So they're going to try and just force these players out of position. And in fact, both teams have decided to do exactly the same thing. Just waiting the other out. We'll see if anybody actually gets trapped, but it's going to be the space looking to be taken.
Oh my God!
5 players have been detained across both teams? What is that?
I have literally never seen this before. The double lockdown, double, triple detain, as xand is just cleaning up, covering that defuse, and they'll get away with it. One of the more ludicrous rounds we've seen at Champions. They've set up for an A take. They want to commit to this. And so dealing with QCK is going to be the big thing. Can they actually manage to find this duel as they come around the corner, at least the trade? Klaus already down. It's time to move through short. One has already been spotted. The smoke goes up. QCK falls back. Going to concede the control. Allow them to move towards this side. But they'll punish NagZ, who got a little too greedy. Oh my god.
What?
They've got the site, they've got upgrades, and now all of a sudden a round that started out in spectacular fashion for FURIA is very much up for contention again.
There's a res, but it's kind of in spots where you can't really do anything about it. So it almost becomes irrelevant until you manage to clear out these players on the site. And at that point, well, you don't really need the res anymore. The angle's also been playing close. And although there's an operator picked up for xand, it's not really going to be too valuable here. He's just going to stick to his pistol, and they are trading things out effectively. This weak purchase looks so rough to begin with. It's now left on to just NZR. He has to try and make the play through. He jumps over the top to find himself one. Going back in, but xand with this pistol will confirm the thrifty round. Absolute filth.
Have you ever seen that before? Have you ever seen someone do that in a comp game before?
Not as clean as that.
Nowhere near. And to get away with it like...
Delay tactics thus far, especially QCK. So already his wall will fall, but with only 45 seconds left, some space needs to be taken. It does look like they're going to go walking straight into the judge. The first kill comes for free, but there should almost definitely be a trade. No, he hits the shot anyway. NagZ with two back-to-back, looking to put this one in the grave. 30 seconds left now for the defenders to try and do anything. The plant coming through on the A site, and while this might not be pretty, but even the time being bought is worthwhile. This is going to be a rough one, and Mazino, that's just filth.
Yeah.
Has the timing to get that kill.
He knew they wanted the weapon, right? That's a good little lurk out towards the bottom of mid. NZR is dead, and it looks like Khalil might be done for here. He'll find the first, but still 3 more to go. That was a damn good